And good old Nicole here, the most beautiful woman in the world.
Hi.
My wife, whom I love with all my heart and soul, who is making her wonderful jams and jellies and all kinds of sweet things. Now, you're making this for the niece reunion,
Yes.
which is this coming weekend.
It's a reunion, yeah, my family has. And I'm making one for everybody.
As a special little party favor, I guess you could call it.
That is correct. Together here, because we're very, very close to it being ready. Okay, so we're going to pour 4 cups of apple juice. 4 cups. There we go. Now we have. And now we're going to add to this. Okay, now also I'm going to turn on this little, the boiling on this little one so that it will start boiling. And so we're adding our, now before I add the pectin, I think I'm just going to see if these little things will melt a little bit. Let's see if they melt a little bit as they warm up. Oh yeah. All you got to do is just sort of stir them and they automatically make this beautiful rosy color. Fantabulous.
Hooray, we're at 210 degrees. 2 more and we're boiling completely. You see, Nicole has a cottage food license, which means that she has been certified by the state of Alabama to have passed the course on preparing foodstuffs, and whatnot, preparing them safely, and it doesn't have any guarantees about whether or not the stuff tastes good, only that it's going to be safe and not going to, kill everybody who eats it.
Whatever the case, though, this is going to taste good. It's going to be delicious. And we've got 1.5 degrees more to go.
I think it's boiling.
I know, but let's just wait. I mean, we probably could take them out now. But let's just wait since we've waited so long. Yeah, these are boiling indeed. I'll show. We're going to take this thing right here, which is called a can lifter, I think, and lift the cans out of the jars.
Look at that.
These jars are now extra super duper sanitized and sterilized, which means that they can safely hold jelly. The jelly that we're about to make. Oh yeah, this is starting to smell good. I really wish the folks watching this could smell it because it smells like cider. It's a really good smell. And now we're not going to turn this pot off. We're going to put the lid back on it so it continues to boil and so no water evaporates from it. You'll find out later. And also I'm going to add the pectin to this one. There we go, pectin added. And then we're going to give it a good stir. And we're going to take this thing and we're going to measure it. Now it's actually very important that we know. And here we got the water over here is boiling, so we're going to turn that off. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these things, these are the lids, we're going to put them in here. All right. You know, so the water, so that they will be sanitized when there won't be any germs passed on to the jelly due to these things. Okay, now this jelly right here is already at 187 degrees, and it is rising very quickly. Now this is going to rise a lot more quickly than, you know, it's going to boil a lot faster than the jars did because there's not as much of it. Yeah, there's not as much of it. Also, I want to say this recipe that I'm making, it came from Taste of Home magazine, and it was sent in by a woman named Betsy Porter from Bismarck, North Dakota. So Betsy, I don't know you, but you make a great jelly.
Thanks, Betsy.
Yeah, thank you so much. So we're up to 192 degrees. Now, when it boils, what we're going to do is we're going to add the sugar to it. And it is actually reaching a little soft boil right now. Not quite there yet, though. Not quite. All of the hot tamales have melted. Oh, it smells so good. Gosh, it smells like fall, which is only about 60-something days away. I can't wait. Can you?
I cannot.
So here we go, 206, 7, 8. Of course, I mean, you can look at it and tell it is boiling. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and add all of this sugar. We're just going to dump it in. That's the reason why you have to add it very quickly. And that's the reason why I like to, you know, when I pour the sugar, I like to put it in a bowl so that I can just dump it in without having to measure out, you know, 4.5 neat little cups of sugar. Now what we're going to do now, okay, is in order to cook, for this to gel, for it to gel properly, it has to be cooked. It has to reach a temperature of 228 degrees. That is called the softball stage. Okay, has to reach 228 degrees. And it's very important that it reach that because that is the reason why you have a cavity thermometer, why you need one if you're going to be making jelly. There are other ways that you can test your jelly without a cavity thermometer to see if it's, you know, if it's cooked well enough. You know what some people do, like there's some way you can stick a spoon in it and see if it sort of coats the spoon or instead of just dripping off. Some people, what they like to do is like to put a little saucer in the freezer till it's cold, and then they'll put some of the jelly on the saucer and see what the and see if it like spreads like jelly should. Which if it does, then it's good. But this is easier. This is easier. If you prefer to do that, you can. If you don't have one of these things, you can do that. But this is easier. Okay.
Hi, Felix. How's it going, sunshine?
Sweet little Felix.
Good to see you, buddy. Yes, indeed. Always good to see my Felix. What a beautiful cat.
He is beautiful.
Do you know how beautiful you are, Felix?
I think he does. I think he does.
What a beautiful cat.